Hello, you lovely Sagittarians out there. I hope you guys are doing well. I go by Venusian Vibes, and I'm here to do your September love and spirituality reading. So I've already shuffled for you, and now I'm just going to cut the deck, look into some of your past energies that are going to be influencing what's going on for you in September, and then we'll do your September layout. Okay, so let's get started. Sorry, just give me 1 second. There we go. Okay, so we have the Two of Wands in the reverse. Behind it, the Ace of Cups, the Hermit, and the Tower. Okay, just give me a second here to feel into these energies here. Okay. The Tower, Hermit in the reverse. Okay, so something happened in the last few months, up to a year even in the past, that made you feel like you need to take 5-10 steps back. You were sort of forced into a state of isolation, and I understand that this could be actually COVID related. I'm getting that kind of strong distinction with the Tower, the shock, and then the forced isolation with the Hermit. So a lot of you Sagittarians have been really affected by that. And you've been just sort of trying to figure out how to reestablish yourself in your life. Now we have the Ace of Cups in the reverse. So I think you guys have actually, though you kind of took a forced step into this hermit mode here, where you're just on your own. It looks like you have used that time pretty wisely because you've been looking into sort of your own spirituality and your own sense of self, and you've sort of developed a really great sense of self-love, and you're starting to feel better than ever before, because you have now this beautiful foundation within you that is a connection to spirit, and you feel that flow between yourself and the universe. You feel that connection now. So it looks like this forced sense of isolation has actually helped you out into developing your spirituality a little bit and how to fill your own cup, so to speak, how to love yourself even more. Though despite all that, and that's really great energy, we're coming to a sense of still not knowing how to go out in the world, or even being able to go out into the world in order to pursue your life's purpose. So there is still that disconnect happening there, and I think there's this sense that you don't really know how to live your life now. And so that's a struggle for you guys right here in August. Okay, so I'm going to put some of these past energies over here, and I know you can't really see them well, but they will help me as a reference while I do your September reading. Underlining energy. Before I speak to this, I'm just gonna see if it's gonna be something worth discussing. It looks like you have 2 9s here, so it probably is. But let's get started here on your layout. I'm just gonna move these up a little bit so you can make sure you're seeing them all. Okay. 7 of Cups in the reverse. Okay, so this energy is definitely tied to right here, where you're feeling unable to make a solid decision. You're not sure how to move forward. You're also feeling like you don't have a lot of opportunities. maybe you're feeling like you wish there was a choice to even make. For some of you, that's it. It's the sense that maybe you used to have a lot of embers in the fire, I think is the phrase, or you're used to having a lot of things going on and a lot of opportunities, and right now you're not feeling like you have any opportunities, and so you need to get to a place where you have you like to have a lot of things going at a time, and right now you don't have that. And then as a few of you, with this being a 2 and indicating a fork in the road, for some of you, you do have a choice and you're not sure what choice to make. So those are the 2 energies that are coming through for this card. Lovers in the reverse. Okay, so this is also, the Lovers can also indicate a choice and represents a choice. So now we have kind of 2 cards that are related to that. And this is in the reverse too, indicating that for those of you that do have a choice to make, you do not know what to do. You do not know which path to take. Okay? Let me just take a breath and see if there's any other messages. Okay, I'm getting a sense of these clouds here, and the clouds that are on this card as well. There's definitely, if you have someone in your life a significant person in your life, a love connection, there seems to be a lot of confusion between the 2 of you right now. Definitely not a lot of clarity on what the other person is thinking and feeling. Okay, so there's a sense of confusion and ambiguity in a love relationship here. Or if not a relationship, a connection, I should say. Now we have transformation. So it looks like whatever ambiguity and lack of options you might have, or if you do have a choice to make and you just do not know what to do. Some of you are being tormented by not knowing what to do. I don't know why you're so, this seems like you seem to be profoundly unable to make this decision if you're that person. Others of you are just simply feeling like your life is too simple and you wish that there was more to do. You like having a lot to do. But for this group that has this love connection, it seems like there's a choice to make, and it's causing a lot of pain for you. But it looks like there's going to be a transformation here with the Death card. So I'm going to pull some more cards to see more about this. Okay. 10 of Cups. Wow, that's some beautiful energy. This is about emotional contentment. You feeling a lot of connections in your life. Usually it's about family connection. It could also be about a love connection. For some of you, this partner is someone who you're in a relationship with, a solid relationship already. And for those of you who are in a solid relationship, I think maybe this person gave you an ultimatum, and it's about furthering the commitment. Whatever stage you're at in your relationship right now, they want more commitment. They want more, that connection to be stronger and to take the next step for some of you. And you just are feeling very tense about that. You feel like because of the situation, just in life in general, in the world we're in right now, you're not feeling sure on whether it's a good idea to get deeper into anything, because things are so unsure, and especially in your life, you seem to be affected by this sense of unsurety, ambiguity on what's going to happen for you next. So that seems to be plaguing you a little bit when trying to make this decision. Queen of Wands. So this seems to be, I mean, this is easily your energy, being the, oh, sorry if you can hear that noise in the background. Looks like a neighbor is doing some yard work, I guess. Hopefully it's not too distracting. But back to your reading, this is most likely your energy, Sagittarius, because this is, you know, the Queen of Wands. This is fire and you're fire. So this is probably you, especially being in the center position here. So this is showing me that you have a lot of love to give, and you're a very passionate person, and what you're passionate for is you want your happily ever after, like right now. So you really do want it. And it could also be the energies reversed, where you are giving the ultimatum and the other person is kind of struggling with what to do because they're unstable in their life right now, and not due to their own fault, but it seems to be heavily related to a situation in life, circumstances that were out of their control. So, but you know, it probably is you not being able to make this choice. If you're the one feeling uncertain, could be both parties in the situation. Okay, let's see here. 5 of Swords. Okay, so that's pretty interesting. Why do you have the 5 of Swords? And it sits underneath transformation, or the Death card. Okay. I need to pull a card from the Lover's Oracle for you guys. I'm going to pull for the Lovers in the reverse. Okay, Twin Flames. Your passion ignites. All right, so this Lover's card is indicating a lot of passion, a connection that you have with another person who means a lot to you, and that you want to be like your end-all, be-all person. You want complete emotional fulfillment with this person. So the 5 of Swords, though, I wonder why the 5 of Swords is there. Because it seems to be sort of out of place. Just give me a second to feel into this. So someone's had their walls up in the past. Someone has been feeling like they need to protect themselves. So this is a twin flame relationship or connection, it looks like. So it would seem that I think that there's someone who's not feeling secure in their life right now. They feel like they need to put all of their focus onto rebuilding something that was lost for them. They're feeling a lot of ambiguity in their life, and so they've had their guard up because they don't feel like they can put enough energy into their connection with you. And so I think that you're feeling, like you're pretty centered and grounded, but also kind of fiery energy, but you seem to be ready. You know what you want. I'm just getting like an energy from you that seems to be on one level very assured, and you know exactly what you want. But you're being plagued by this confusion surrounding a connection. So it's probably this other person. I think your go-to is kind of, there's also clouds here. So within this confusion and this ambiguity between you two, it seems like it's caused you some pain, and so your response is to kind of be like sort of ready to battle, and you kind of want to win over this person in a sense. You want to be ready with a comeback, or be ready to like cut through the ambiguity, but in a way that's sort of, it's almost like they triggered your insecurities. They triggered your insecurities by allowing your connection to be so plagued by this clouded energy. And you want clarity, but you want things to be simple. You want it to be like, you want there to be passion and love, and you want things to be going well in your connection. And I think that you're doing pretty well in having that, but it could also be the other person who is feeling so insecure and out of touch with their own life right now that they're kind of taking it out on you a little bit, and maybe if you ask them about what's going on with you, like is there anything I can help with, and it kind of makes them feel like they're a failure, so they kind of are kind of rude and a little bit icy with you, kind of making you, trying to almost cut you down in a way, but I almost see it as being a more subtle type of energy. So I don't think this person's being like cruel to you, or you to them. You're gonna have to determine whether which person you are in this reading. But it's just like a little bit of that energy of because of an insecurity, someone is being a bit cutting and rude, and they're not being, and it seems like their intention is more to, their goal is to feel better about themselves, and as compared to what it probably should be, which is making the connection stronger and care more about the health of the connection than their own sense of well-being. So I think they're putting their well-being above you, and you have like a bit of anger. There is a little bit of anger there, but I think for the most part you're trying to handle the situation as best you can, and I think your own energy is pretty good. You know, you've developed this sense of self-love recently, and though you might be feeling unsure about how you are in the world, you might have questions about what you're going to do next in your life, but I think you're still being a solid and decent person within this connection. And since we do have the Twin Flames card, your passion ignites. So things aren't really, there's not that much struggle going on to the point where it's like devastating for your connection with this person. Though it does look like a choice needs to be made. I'm going to pull one more from the Lover's Oracle about the Death card. Okay. Close your eyes and tell yourself that you deserve to feel joyful. You can allow joy into your life regardless of the circumstances you currently find yourself in. So this, the circumstances that this card is talking about is going to be what I brought up at the beginning in your past energies, and that was about your own life and what you've been going through. That could be mirrored in your partner as well, and they're just not handling it very well. You'll have to kind of feel into how that fits in with your own life. So I think the message here and the advice is to, one second, is to not allow this other person's energy that seems to be very unsure of itself, of themselves, to kind of plague you in your life, if that's what's going on, where you're kind of doing okay, and they're having a lot of issues within their life. You're just remember that you're the center of your world, and you don't need to let them kind of drag you down with their energy. And so if in the past you've sort of have acted almost like a therapist to this person, or just been there for them and allowed those lines to be blurred so that their pain becomes your pain, if that's been kind of happening, then you can take a step back and remember that you can feel happy and joyful even if they're not. For a small amount of you guys, it doesn't look like if there is some sort of choice that needs to be made, whether it's you that needs to make the choice or your other person, it looks like that choice might not be made in September, but I'm going to now get into your advice and your conclusion for September. So we'll see a little bit more. Okay. Conclusion, please, for September. Sagittarius. Take both of those. So you have the Sorrow card in the reverse. That's actually this card here, also in the reverse. So you now have this card twice. So that's pretty significant for you guys. It's looking like for a lot of you, this is someone else in your life who is not making a choice that is going to really impact you, and you don't like waiting on other people in general. The Sagittarian, that fire energy, you don't want to be waiting for other people. And this person is making you wait. They're not making a choice, and it's bringing out a lot of insecurity in yourself and sort of pain that maybe you've had from the past, and it's making you feel like you're unworthy because they're not making. You think it should be an easy choice to choose you and to choose to further your commitment with this person, and it seems like they're just not doing it, and it's really hurting you. So there might be some sleepless nights that you're gonna be having waiting on this decision to be made. If you're some of the few where the energies are opposite and you're the one being kind of forced to make this decision, you're having sleepless nights because you don't know what to do. You don't know what the right path is. And so that confusion is causing a lot of issues. So you'll know which one you are. Either way, there's sorrow here, and this ambiguity is definitely not feeling good. But it looks like the advice, I'm thinking the advice is to go through this energy, allow it to manifest, and then come to a point where you are actually releasing it. It being in the reverse shows the release. A release is needed, and a release can happen. I think you are going to have to experience some pain first, but allow it. Don't push it down. Allow it to come up, and then it'll release itself. And either you'll have the answer that you've been looking for, or it won't be such a big deal that this person is being so ambiguous, it won't feel like such a, like right now it's almost like you're feeling stabbed. It's like a stab in the heart, but that's just because of all of this. It's bringing out some past stuff for you. So just working through those emotions, and it won't be so painful that they are being so difficult in making this decision. You won't take it so personally, I guess, and maybe you can actually end up having a conversation with them that is more on a grounded level, where they're explaining why it is so hard for them to choose right now. And it might be for reasons very different than what you're thinking. So the outcome, we have guilt in the reverse. So that's the Eight of Swords in the reverse now. So now you have the 8 and 9 of Swords in the reverse. So this is once again a release, though. It's a release of whatever this guilt is. What do you feel guilty about? That's going to be depending on your own circumstances within your connection with this person in your own life. I'm not going to now dig into, like what this guilt is, because you'll know what it is, and it's going to be very depending on person to person. So ultimately, though, it is paired with courage. So this energies that you're feeling that are kind of heavy, this guilt you're having, this sorrow, maybe there's something you need to tell this person. Maybe there's so much ambiguity because there is a secret that's being held on to and is keeping you or them from making a choice. So maybe that needs to be discussed or released, and maybe you need the courage to be able to have that conversation with this person. Maybe that if you do end up having the courage to express yourself, which it looks like you will, I think that it will work wonders for whatever clouded energy and ambiguity there is in your connection with this person. Okay, so I think, it feels like those are all the messages that I need to give you guys. It looks like courage is needed, and courage will be obtained, okay, by the end of September. So that's good, and I wish you guys the best. I look forward to hearing anything you have to say in the comment section below. This is my first set of readings I've done on YouTube, and I just started this channel, and I'm really excited to be getting these messages out to a larger platform. So I really hope that it resonated with you guys. Of course, it won't resonate with every single Sag out there, but if it resonated with you, then I'm very happy, and thank you so much for watching. Okay, all right, I wish you guys the best. Okay, bye.